All right, in this first video on how to build an audience and monetize it from scratch, we're going to start off with the first most basic thing, and that is going to be creating a fan page. So rather than doing your marketing and advertising for yourself or your business opportunity using your personal profile, what you're going to start doing so that you have a lot more options and you can get a lot more reach with your advertising is you're going to create a fan page. So right now I'm on my home screen in my back or in my on my Facebook account, right? So I'm just on under home, and on the right hand side you'll see where there's different ads and such here. If you scroll down, you'll see where there's a spot where it says more right here at the bottom. Now as you listen and you go through these videos and you watch, all these videos can be paused. You can rewind a little bit. So what I'd suggest is as you're watching this video right now, you should open up a new tab. You should be in your Facebook account and you should follow along step by step. As I do a step, I'd suggest just pausing the video, taking action, doing it. That way, by the time I'm finished with this video, you should actually have your fan page created. So don't just watch it and listen to it, just do it. And that way, in the next 15 to 20 minutes here, you'll have your fan page up and ready, and you'll already be ready for the next step. All right, so under more, you're simply going to click on more, and you'll see you have some options here. And one of the options is to create a page. So we're going to go ahead and select that. And now what it's going to do is going to take us to a page where we have 6 different options. You got local business or place, company, organization, or institution, brand or product, artist, band, public figure, entertainment, or cause or community. Now, if you're in the home-based business niche and your business is primarily done online, I would definitely suggest the main one, the most popular one to use is artist, band, or public figure. If you're one of my local clients and you have a business, you would obviously choose local business or place. But the majority of people who will be using this training are going to be primarily doing their business online. So I would suggest choosing artist, band, or public figure. So whenever you select that, you're going to have to choose a category. And you're going to have a lot of different options here. So starting from actor, director, artist, athlete, author, blogger, business person, chef, coach. You got a ton of different choices. Entertainer, entrepreneur. So out of these options, the one I always would suggest choosing is an entrepreneur. Ultimately, you're working for yourself. You're a business person. So you could choose entrepreneur, maybe you choose business person, maybe you're primarily a blogger. Choose the one that makes the most sense for you. I had one client of mine who decided to choose artist, which is fine. Public figure is fine also. So I'm going to go ahead and choose entrepreneur. Now for the name of your page, you want to choose something. The first recommendation that I would suggest is your name. So start branding your name. So I don't care what opportunity you're a part of. You might be a part of multiple opportunities. Ultimately, you're branding, and building your audience. So number one suggestion is put your name. You want to have a page that is your name. If for some reason you don't want to do it, you could do something different. A really big person in the internet marketing niche, like Ryan Deiss, for example, he has his name, Ryan Deiss, but he also has, I believe it's like the digital marketer, right? So just make sure that whatever you choose, don't put a business opportunity. So if you're a part of, whatever, Empower Network, right? You're not going to put Empower Network there. If you're a part of, something, do not have the business name any way associated with your page, okay? So for the sake of this, I'm just going to put, let's put So I'm going to do Matt Test Demo. Again, just use your name, and then you're going to click on Get Started. I think we're getting started. There we go. So now you're going to have 4 different steps you're going to go through here. So what you're going to want to do is basically put in an about section. Like, what is your page about? I'd also suggest in this section maybe using keywords that are kind of go along with what you do. Like, I'm all about freedom, meaning being able to do what I want, when I want, with whom I want. So I would definitely want to have freedom in my about section. So I might just do, and I'm an entrepreneur, so I'm using online entrepreneur, father, and husband. That way people can relate to me, so if someone else is a father, they're a husband, they know that I'm, something that, you don't necessarily have to use these. There's a million different ways to do it. You just want to make sure you have some content there that the people are like, oh, okay, I get an idea of who you are, right? Online entrepreneur, father, and husband, showing how to live life. I probably was showing people how to live life on their terms. Doing that. Don't copy this verbatim. I mean, you can actually use this, but obviously other people will be watching this video too, and some people probably may copy this. Again, take a few minutes to think it out and write up your own. And keep in mind also, the about section can always be changed. So if what you create right now, as you're watching this video, if you want to change it in 2 hours, you can. If you want to change it tomorrow, you can. But create your own about section. All right, so father and husband, showing people how to live life on their terms, doing what they. I'm really not this bad of a typer. It's that this computer it honestly isn't working that great. Doing what they want, when they want, and with whom they. So actually, you only have a certain number of characters, so I ran out of characters there. So I would like to say creating a life of freedom, but I ran out of space, so I'd probably take my time to look this over and try to shorten it some to make it so that I could put creating a life of freedom. But for the time being, I'm just going to stop right there, and I'm going to save info. So the next step we're going to do is we're going to be uploading a profile picture. So for your profile picture, what I'd suggest, and you're going to have to do this yourself. I'm not going to go into my photos or anything like that. Number one is because I don't have many photos on this computer. Actually, I do have. Let me see. So I'm going to upload from a computer. So you're going to want to upload a picture of you, a nice picture of you, right? So not one that you look all pissed off. Preferably, the ideal thing is to have a good background. And I actually need to go get some more pictures taken, like at the beach or something like that, of me. Most of the photos I take at the beach are of the beach because I like taking pictures. But I'm like you, maybe I don't really necessarily like taking pictures of myself, but I'm just gonna have to suck it up and do it. Because what you want to do is have a nice picture of yourself, smiling, looking happy with a good background, right? So something that grabs people's attention. So I'm gonna go ahead and choose just the one of me and my daughter. So again, you'd want to at this point upload a photo of you. All right, so it has to be 180 pixels. I don't know why that didn't let me upload because I actually used it on my other page. So you want to upload a photo of you, okay? So for the time being, the sake of sitting here and doing this, I don't necessarily have to do this for you. You just upload a nice picture of yourself. And next it's going to give you the option to add it to your favorites. Now when you do this, what it's going to do is on the left-hand column of like your home page and such, it's going to put your fan page listed there in an area, in a place where it's easy for you to get to. So I would suggest go ahead and adding it to favorites. And then click on next. So now it's going to ask you to select a preferred page audience. We're not going to need to do that at this point. So we're going to go ahead and click on skip. Because your audience will vary. In future videos, I will touch on some paid advertising. We're not going to be like really in depth with paid advertising. A paid advertising course on its own would be extremely in depth, and I'll give you enough information that you'll be able to get started with paid advertising. But the paid advertising programs and trainings that I have, I've spent thousands of dollars on, and they're really in depth. So if you want to get really good at paid advertising, you're probably going to want to consider getting another training. But this training here is going to help you get from A to Z. It's like bridging the gap between where you're at now, starting a new fan page, and building up your base audience to create a page that has, you're getting fans, and you're also getting engagement in your posts. That creates social proof. That way, when new people come to your page, they're actually going to kind of follow suit and do what we want them to do. So, all right. So now we're just going to go ahead and click on next here. The next thing we want to do is upload a nice, and you're going to want to like your page. I'm not going to do it because this page is going to be deleted shortly. The next thing you're going to want to do is upload a nice background image. Okay, so you're going to want to, something that looks nice. Upload the best possible background image that you can. Right now on my fan page, for example, I just have an image from the beach that I took last summer. It was actually on the Atlantic Ocean, so it was actually a sunrise that I took a picture of, and I put that up. You could put a picture of like yourself and your family. Your family on the beach is always really good. This again showing people kind of why you do what you do, and just a nice image to upload. All right, then after that, what we're going to want to do is go into the settings and make sure everything is good. So at this point on your page, what you should have is obviously your name, right, should be here, or something that you're going to stick with, not a business name, no crap like that. Preferably your name. You're going to have you should have a nice profile image uploaded right now, and you also should have a nice cover photo uploaded. So basically at this point, you're almost ready to start posting I mean, your page was, at this point, your page is pretty much set up. You know, again, if you're watching this video and you're just kind of watching along and you haven't done anything yet, again, what I'd suggest is, you know, to stop the video right now, start over, and complete the steps as we go along. And so the next thing we're going to want to do is come up here to settings. And there's a lot of different stuff here that you're going to want to go through. I'm not going to go through everything here because honestly, I haven't even gone through everything. I just like to I'm the type of person that I just like to take action and get stuff rolling. So, you know, let's see, under general, we got favorites. You should add your page to favorites. Make sure your page is published and ready to go. Visitor posts, anyone can publish to the page. Anyone can add photos and videos to the page. Heck no, we don't want, there's a lot of crazy people out there. We don't want people being able to post, you don't want people being able to post whatever they want on your page. So let's see here. Allow visitors to the page to publish posts. At a minimum, you want to have to review them, right? So like if someone's posting something nasty, you're not going to want to do it. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm going to go, I would suggest, I think I'd choose review. Turn that off. So it's okay to allow visitors to the page to publish posts. Or I might just, you know, I would suggest disable it. I mean, there's no reason why someone else should be posting stuff on your page, right? You know, again, this is something that if you decide you don't want to do, that you want to switch it and allow people to post, you can always go back and change it. But I would say you know, don't let other people do that. So we're going to save those changes. All right, so newsfeed, audience, and visibility for posts. Okay, the ability to narrow the potential audience for newsfeed and limit visibility on your posts is turned off. I believe this means that you can actually target specific people for your actual posts. This might be relatively new. Let's take a look at this together and see what it says. Okay, so we can choose to allow newsfeed audience selection and post visibility options for this page. You know, on a page like this, I mean, you should be basically promoting like one thing. Again, so like if you're not promoting one thing, you're about one thing, and that one thing is being an internet marketer. Again, if you're in the home-based business niche. So most of your audience, they become a fan and like your page because they're interested in the stuff that you post. It's not like you're going to be posting about, you know, pizza one day and seafood the next, for an example. And, you know, I might not like seafood, so why would I want to see the seafood posts? You shouldn't be doing posts like that. All of the posts that you make on your page, and we're going to get into depth on this in one of the next videos, but all the posts that you make on your page should be relevant to your entire audience. So this, I don't believe that this is going to be really, we don't need to worry about this one. All right, expiring posts, the ability to set posts that expire is turned off for my page. I don't think that's a big deal. Messages, definitely you want to have that on. You want people to be able to contact you. Tagging ability, only people who help manage my page can tag photos posted on it. Yeah, let's keep that like that. Country restrictions, I guess if there were some countries like that you really didn't want people to be able to see, you could go ahead and put the restrictions there. Age restrictions, page is shown to everyone. Nowadays, at least in the home-based business niche, there's, you know, I heard a story about a 16-year-old kid who's like making like $100,000 a month or something ridiculous. So I'm not going to restrict anybody. Page moderation, you can also go through here. Let's just say that you get your page going, and you know someone starts putting cuss words, you know, or using profanity on your page. You can actually go in here and make it so that if people use certain words, like bad words, that post won't show up on your page. So, and the profanity filter. I think that's what that is. I think these two kind of go hand in hand. Let's see. I think that's going to be about it. Yep. See, that's the main things you'd want to do on your page for now. And again, what's crazy about Facebook and what you need to realize is, depending on when you're watching this video, a lot of the stuff that you're seeing here could look a little different on your fan page. Facebook seems to make changes like almost monthly. There's something new changing. So you just want to go through the different information that you have access to here and just take the time and go through it. So if you spend, right now you got your page up, you got your cover photo up, you got your profile photo up. What I suggest doing is going through, the next few minutes, maybe the next 10 to 15 minutes, just kind of take a look around and get comfortable with the different stuff that we have back here. So you can see where the messages are, notifications. Just get comfortable with it. Page info. Just take a look at everything that there is back here and get comfortable. And that's pretty much it. So at this point, again, you should have your fan page should be set up. There's really nothing else you would need to do at this point. Again, yours would just look a lot better than mine. You'd have your name, your profile picture, your cover photo, and at this point, we're about ready to start making our first post. But the next video, I'm going to go over what we're going to do and what I suggest you do to start getting your first fans. And you're not going to just aimlessly ask and invite a whole bunch of people to your page, because we want a certain type of people to like your page. So with that said, go ahead and proceed to the next video after you have your fan page set up.